Hello everybody, my name is Mikey. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I wanted to make a quick video about League of Legends and how to deal with demotion. So demotion is something that discourages a lot of people in League of Legends if they're getting demoted and promoted and they just don't know how to deal with it. So I wanted to put a few points onto paper here, pull up my op.gg and talk about the consequences of demotion and the positive things too, and how to avoid letting demotion get to you. So the first thing I want to talk about is understand that you are likely meant to be between the two ranks and to not let promotion and demotion tilt you. So tilt is obviously the biggest thing in this game, and negativity can really pull your rank down and keep you in a place that might not be indicative of your skill. So this is something that we really got to focus on here, is to not get tilted when we're trying to climb. And for my instance, in my instance right now, I'm between Plat 5 and Plat 4 pretty consistently. I've been promoted a few times and demoted a few times. So it means I'm not a Plat 4 player, but it also means I'm not a Plat 5 player right now. I'm in between. And that's not a big deal. That's not a bad thing. It's just where you end up on the ladder. Now, luckily in League of Legends, if you're talking about divisions, bronze, gold, silver, diamond, platinum, all those, when you jump to a new division, you kind of get safeguarded. That protects you from demotion. So if you just made it into Platinum 5 and you kind of go on a little bit of a losing streak, depending on your MMR, a lot of times the system will keep you in Platinum 5, which is a nice little buffer. But between individual ranks like Plat 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, there isn't much of a buffer. So you'll quickly move between them. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that, and to not let it tilt you. So this is the problem that I knew a lot of my friends had and I had, is they would get tilted. They would type to people in their game lobbies that, oh, I'm in promos, oh, I've been demoted. And that is not a healthy thing to do, but we'll touch on that later. Number 2 is continue with your successful strategies. Do not try to reinvent the wheel because of tilt or failure. So I'm gonna take your direction down here. So you can see these are my Season 8 ranked champions that I've done best on and worst on. So for example, I have a really good win rate on Sion, a good win rate on Olaf, Cho'Gath, and on Teemo. And for a lot of games, you can see here Malphite, Maokai, Fiora under a 45% win rate. A lot of Fiora games that were at 40% win rate. So sometimes when people get tilted and get demoted, they think, okay, you know what, I'm in a lower rank. I have to try to carry my team. I need to play different champions. And I think this is not something to do. You should continue with your successful strategies. Play what you're good at. Don't think of it as a different game. You're still playing the same exact game. You have to identify what you've been doing wrong that has been demoting you, or what's keeping you in the elo you're at. So instead of thinking of demotion as a positive or negative thing, just look at it as, okay, I'm between these two elos in my progress right now. So at the beginning of season, I started in gold 4 after taking a year off, and I quickly kind of went up to gold 1, and it took a little bit of improvement in game knowledge relearning to get to Plat 5, and the same thing is going to be to get to Plat 4. Obviously, when you get to the upper tiers, it gets harder and harder to climb further and further. It takes more commitment, takes more game knowledge and more precision and more mechanics. So you can see here, I'm trying to bust open the top 6% of players, and that's not going to be an easy thing playing casually. So you can see I do have a lot of games, but now that my work season is coming up, those will go down, and I'll have less time to play the game. So I have to focus more on the games that I can play. So continue with your successful strategies. That's basically what I want to say. I'm going to be playing Sion. I'm going to be playing Olaf. I'm going to be playing Cho'Gath and Teemo. I'm in certain situations. I'm not going to be playing the champions that I'm not comfortable on just because I think I need to switch it up. See this as, number 3 is see this as a good experience under pressure of promotion and demotion, but do not put a ton of weight on the idea. This kind of ties in with the previous two. Do not try to play your promos differently than you play other games. You should be playing every ranked game with the idea to win. You should not change anything about your promos. And that ties into number 4. Do not tell people that you are being demoted or in your promos. People can become upset during the game and might want to lose your promos for you. This is a thing that I have seen a ton of times before. You might be in promos, but you might be matched with someone of the next tier who's at 0 LP. And if they lose a game at 0 LP, they might not be demoted. So it's kind of a free loss for them. They can take a free loss. And they might be upset with you because you might have died a couple times. You might have fed their laner on a roam. You never know. So this is something that you should not be communicating with your teammates about. Just go into each game lobby fresh, because I've seen this many times where people will say, okay, well, you're in your promo, so I'm going to give you a loss because this isn't going to hurt me as much as I think it'll hurt you. So that's something to be aware of, is do not tell people you've been demoted. It never works out well. People don't go, oh, okay, you've been demoted and promoted, I'm going to try really hard this game so you win. Nobody cares about you. They're just trying to get their own LP and try to cooperate as much as they can with their teammates to progress. And the last thing I want to talk about is grind through it and try to figure out why you are where you are at. So this is a big deal, is if you're between two divisions or two ranks, it's not a huge deal. Yes, you're going to be promoted and demoted and promoted and demoted, but that just means you're in between those two sets of people. That's a normal thing. You're on the ladder. If you just happen to be between two ranks, it is not a huge deal. So figure out what you are doing wrong and try to improve, just like you are every other game. Don't put a ton of weight on it. Just say, okay, I need to, if I want to poke into plat 4 personally, I need to fix these couple things that I'm doing wrong. I'm pushing too early and getting caught out by ganks, or I'm not translating my lead well enough, or I am missing a few farm. I can improve that. So focus on what you need to do to get better, and kind of let the demotion and the promotion go away. You'll keep getting back into your promos. Like right now, I'm in my promos again after a demotion, after a pretty tough demotion, and I have one loss, so I got to win the next two. You can see the last game was a pretty sad game, but it happens. You get good teammates, you get bad teammates. You don't translate your lead as well as you do other games, so you just got to keep trying to get better and try not to put too much weight on demotion and promotion, and I think that'll help a lot of players. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to be a little bit busier this time of year, but my videos, I will try to get them out every week. Try to get a few videos out every week, but they might come out on the same day. They might come out in a cluster of days instead of more consistently throughout the week. So I thank you for watching. We just hit 40 subscribers. I know it's not a big deal, but I want to thank you all for watching. And if you like the content, let me know and tell me what you want to see in the future. And you can also comment down below and talk. And again, I'll restate this, that League of Legends coaching is free right now if you're willing to have it put on the channel. So that's something that you might want to look into. Yes, I'm not the highest rated player. I'm, plat 4, plat 5, but I think that I can help a lot of lower rated players get better at the game for free. And as long as you're cool with it being on the channel, I think it'll be a fun little experience. So like I said, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one. See ya.